So I just actually finished doing a broadcast about 20 minutes ago. I did a stream of Resident Evil 2 Claire B scenario. And I'm new to the whole Twitch thing. That was my first ever Twitch live stream. And I forgot to click the option to share past broadcast, or to store past broadcasts, so I could share these broadcasts onto my YouTube channel. And so I lost that broadcast, which sucks, but whatever. You learn, you live, you learn. So I'm gonna do another one right now. We're gonna do 2. I love that. We are gonna do a stream of Resident Evil 2. We did Claire's B scenario on normal. Now we're gonna do Leon's A scenario on normal, or standard, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So just to see if I can see if I fix the problem. I toggled the option on the website, so we'll see if it actually records this time.
Look, man, I'm serious, okay? I saw this with my own eyes.
Oh, I believe you, buddy. I believe you. Just tell us a story. Tell us a story.
Okay, well, it was last Friday night. I was walking home from the bar, and this woman started coming towards me. She was staggering, you know, so I figured she was drunk.
Whoa. Okay, tell us, be honest now. How many drinks did you have?
No, man, I barely had a buzz on.
Oh, come on.
Look, just listen, all right? She got closer, and I got a good look at her. You had to see her eyes, her nose, her whole face. It looked like it was rotting.
Yeah.
She looked like a corpse. Like a walking corpse, man.
Sounds like my wife.
I've never seen anything like it. I haven't been able to sleep since that night.
All right, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Just, hey, you gotta stay strong, okay? Don't give in to fear out there, right?
Yeah, well, you got that right. If you freeze up around these things, they'll sink their teeth in you. I should attack somebody.
Oh, come on. It's just getting good. I need some sleep.
That burger looks delicious. I gotta be honest.
Oh, shit.
You know, something I've always wondered watching this intro cinematic, how that zombie wasn't just like completely turned into like paste. Like, how is that still, how is that body not like in 5 million different pieces right now? I mean, I get it for dramatic effect, but still, it's just like, I guess, a fun little aside.
What do I do? What am I gonna do?
Dun dun dun! The live stream I literally just did with Claire's B scenario, I leaned heavily on the rocket launcher and the submachine gun. I think for this one, I'm going to try and do the pistol and the chain gun, just for fun.
No one's around. That's weird.
After this, maybe later tonight, I'll do either a stream of the Resident Evil 3 remake, or maybe I'll do some of the Ghost Survivor scenarios from this game.
Hello? Anybody there? Something's not right. You all right? Don't move. I'll be back for you.
Stop moving.
Officer, you need help?
Stay back, sir. I got this.
Just seeing the skin just kind of stretch from his neck, like, and hanging from this guy's mouth. That shot never, ever ceases to amaze me.
I'll shoot! Shit.
There we go. Alright, let's see here. I know the strategy is to go down the middle aisle to avoid any zombie contact, but sometimes it's just fun to pop a few shots off.
Don't shoot!
Get down!
You alright?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks.
You can thank me later, when we're safe.
Holy shit.
Come on!
I swear, these are some of the best looking zombies I've ever seen in a video game. Not that I'd expect anything less from probably the most venerable zombie franchise in video game existence. But like just the level of detail in terms of the decay of the flesh and the way they move and the blood stains, and just it looks so gross but so realistic.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll have some answers at the police station.
Wait, you're a cop?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. You are?
Claire. Claire Redfield.
Live around here?
No. I'm looking for my brother. He's a cop too.
Well, it's a good thing we found each other. I don't know what to expect anymore.
I'm just gonna skip past these opening credits here.
Attention all citizens. Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the Raccoon City Police Station. Free food and medical supplies will be provided to everyone in need.
God, this is so unreal.
Police station's not much farther. They'll know something.
Yeah, but what if we're the only ones? What if there's no survivors?
No, there's survivors. It's a big city. There has to be. Looks like we're walking from here.
More like running.
Yeah, good call.
Leon, you gotta
I
back
can't
up.
get over it. It's something that sinks into me every time I play either this or Resident Evil 3 Remake or even Resident Evil 7 for that matter. The power of the RE engine is just insanity. Like it's these graphics are so next level good. Like I can't wait to see what Capcom does on the next console's life cycle with the upcoming Resident Evil games. You know that Resident Evil 8 and official but not yet official Resident Evil 4 remake. Hopefully we do a Code Veronica remake at some point, which I'm really still really pushing hard for. I'm just really excited about the idea of what Capcom is going to be able to accomplish with these games. I mean, this game is what, a year? It's only a year old now, but I mean, just these in-game cutscenes, the level of detail, the sharpness of the image, the colors. Even though this is like a horror game and a lot of the colors are muted, dark toned, and whatnot, it's still very.
Claire, you okay?
Despite its setting and the theme and the tone, it's still a very vibrant world to look at.
How about you?
Just look at the level of detail, the effects, the rain, the clothes.
Can't stay here. It's not safe.
Go on
It's
ahead.
crazy.
I'll meet you at the station.
I'll be there.
Let's roll.
This is out of control.
I also like playing, like, if you ordered the special edition of this game, or I believe they released it as DLC in the PlayStation Store and Xbox Marketplace, you could buy the original soundtrack to the game, meaning you could play this whole 2019 remake in all of its HD, remastered, remade glory, and still play it with the soundtrack that the original game kept it. Because let's be honest, some of those songs are iconic, especially that Saber theme. Like, no joke, that Saber theme is. Hey Jim, what's up, buddy? Look at you. Jim, my friend, is also a writer, co-contributor for TBK Magazine, which is really the place that gave me this push to do this stuff.
Is anybody here?
We do podcasts, all sorts of fun stuff. In fact, one of the most fun podcasts I ever did was when me and Jim and our editor-in-chief and all-around never nude, Richard, did a podcast for Avengers Endgame, and there was a lot of shenanigans that bore out of that, so that was super fun to do. So what's up, Jim? Yeah. I'm super excited for all the possibilities that this is going to entail. Like the streaming and the video games and all, not just the video games aspect too. Like, even though TBK Magazine was the launching off point for me to really get like feet first into this whole video game streaming arena. What you reading, buddy? I was actually thinking about, funny enough, after I do this stream, I was thinking about reading The Stand. I've been wanting to read Stephen King's The Stand, especially after the news that, you know, they're doing the new miniseries for it. That's something I've been interested in. Also, I have all the Resident Evil novelizations I've been threatening to read as well. You know what? I'm going to change my costume. I'll do it noir style. The cool thing is like one of these, it comes with these extra costumes, noir style, and if you choose to do so, if you change the costume, it gives you this black and white overlay. Yeah, you know what? It's funny too, Jim. The Resident Evil 3 remake came out right at the start, like right at the height of all this, and I just think I've been super into watching like quarantine like really stuff. Like I just watched the other day the Outbreak movie with Dustin Hoffman, and that one with Matt Damon and Lawrence Fishburne. What was that called? Contagion, I think. So I've been super into like watching all this quarantine-related stuff. And in fact, one of the opening cinematics of the Resident Evil 3 remake is like a live-action news reporter talking about a contagion that people, you know, it hit home. It was real, like, in your face, and I love that it's very timely. Despite it being like a remake of a game that came out like 20 years ago, it still felt very timely. be there when I come back to it.
Jesus! They're everywhere!
Oh, critical shot! You know, it's funny. My wife made a comment to me the other day. She likes to go out. She likes to be maybe not social. She doesn't like being cooped up in the house. The cabin fever through this whole quarantine nonsense has really hit her hard. And it hasn't really hit me hard. I honestly, like, I work a night job, so I'm gone from, like, I work like 8 p.m. to like 6:30 a.m. and then I come home and sleep for a few hours, and I'll get some game time in and then go to work, do it all over again. She made a comment to me the other day about how this quarantine hasn't really affected me all that much. I'm like, it really hasn't, because I don't really go out as it is. It just gives me more of an excuse to stay in, and now that I have this ability to start streaming these games and whatnot,
You did what you could, Leon.
it just gives me even more. It doesn't really affect me. Like, I still go to work, and then, you know, if I have to go out and shop for essentials like groceries and such, or go buy the baby diapers, you know, I still do that. But this quarantine, it sucks for some people whose livelihoods were really put on hold, and I feel for them. I really do. It. I was blessed with a job that was deemed quote unquote essential, and in fact, I was compensated for having to work through a lot of that nonsense. But now that everything's starting to open up and kind of, whether or not it should is a whole nother story. Now that things are starting to kind of open up again, people are starting to go back and get their livelihoods, and that's good. Peace of mind.
No,
for that, at
I
least.
am not the priority here.
Lieutenant, I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first. I'd come with you, but I just slow you down. Now, you'll need this.
I can't take it.
Stop. Don't make my mistake.
And it's funny because when you play through this game, this scene with Martin plays out the same across both Leon's playthrough and Claire's playthrough, and you always were left wondering, like, what happened to him. And it's cool because since Resident Evil 3 Remake, part of the game takes place technically before this one, there's a whole scene dedicated to what happens to Martin. And not only is it one of the more emotional scenes in a Resident Evil game, it has one particular scene which I won't spoil because you'll see when I inevitably do a stream of Resident Evil 3 Remake, that's never been done before in a Resident Evil game ever. Period. And for those of you who have watched or will have played it or will watch me play it or anything like that, you know what I'm talking about if you've already beaten the game or played the game or gotten to that point. But for those who don't, when I do invariably do the stream of it, you guys will see what I'm talking about. I can't get over the attention to detail of the surrounding. Like, you really feel like there was like a war that was waged here with all the debris and how slick the ground is coming, from the rain coming into the broken windows. It just really feels very realistic to the setting, the tone that they're trying to go for.
Shit.
Boom. I love how satisfying that feels when that fucking zombie's head explodes. Yep. let's... let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was playing through Claire's B scenario earlier, like about an hour ago on stream, and I was... oh shit, I forgot about that zombie. I was struggling to remember because with the B scenarios, the story is largely the same for the A scenario, but the difference is like the enemy placements and puzzles have different solutions, and different like helpful items are it's like a remix version of the original playthrough, and I was struggling so hard because I don't play the B scenarios as often as I play the A scenarios. So like a lot of the puzzle solutions I couldn't for the life of me remember properly. So I had to pull up a guide on my phone because I couldn't remember some of those solutions. I felt like such a cheater. Zombies are so hard to kill.
Do this.
Fuck it. There we go. I wish there was a way I could play a game like this in VR. I mean, I know you can do that with Resident Evil 7, but this police station and the setting is so iconic in gaming in terms of, you know, fans of this series. It'd be cool to just immerse yourself that much more. Like, this is already an immersive experience with the level of detail present, but just being able to further immerse yourself, I feel would be like super fun. I love the chain gun, but I feel like it would have been cool if they included like more like a Tommy gun to match this DLC outfit that he's wearing. I thought that would be fun. I mean, there is a quote, it's called the Chicago typewriter, but in Resident Evil 4 there's a weapon not unlike this.
I've got something to show you.
It's super fuzzy.
I'll be back. Be right there.
Let's see, what do we got?
Jesus.
Oh, fuck. Run, Leon, run. Thank God, finally. Let's do this. Let's see, this is fish, scorpion. Fish, scorpion, there we go. Go. Oh shit, this puzzle needs a lion, leaf, and then bird. There we go.
There you are. Come here. Take a look.
Yes. I knew she'd make it.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah. Name's Claire. I came into town with her.
You can get to that courtyard. Through the second floor. East side.
I'm on it. Thanks, Lieutenant.
Alright, let's do it. The thing I like most about, well, one of the things I should say I like most about the A scenario is the dynamic presence of Mr. X, which was widely memed into oblivion upon this game's release, doesn't really come into fruition, if you will, until the second half of the A scenario. So like when you play the B scenario, he shows up almost instantaneously and stalks you through, again, depending on who you play through, almost the entirety of the game. But in the A scenario, he doesn't really show up until about halfway through the game. And even
Claire!
then, again, if you're playing as Claire, he's only in the game for a very brief period. And then if you're playing as Leon, once he shows up, he really haunts you through the rest of the entire game.
Claire. It's so nice to see you.
How you doing?
I'm in one piece.
I'm guessing you don't have a key in one of those fancy pockets?
Unfortunately, no. But how are you doing?
You know, just surviving.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any luck with your brother?
No, not yet.
Claire, don't lose hope. I'm sure we're gonna find him. Damn it. You know what that means?
Yeah. Dinner time.
Claire, I think you should go.
Don't worry about me, Leon. You take care of yourself.
Claire, you need to go. Now!
Okay, let's get through this. Both of us.
Marvin, I've got a situation here. I'm surrounded by zombies. Marvin, do you copy? Marvin! Damn it.
I don't need to kill these zombies, but it's fun to do so.
Oh, what the hell?
See, this is the problem. Like sometimes, like one of the most infamous strategies with any Resident Evil game is to just kind of, if you're not using like the unlimited weapon ammo unlocks. I mean, sometimes the best thing to do is to just like quote unquote kneecap your enemies, so that way you just like immobilize them and then kind of run around them, so you conserve ammo. But then the problem then becomes if you have to backtrack, which is a very infamous mechanic with this game, in this series. You kneecapping them just leaves them there for when you have to come back through, and let's say you come back through. Oh, shit. That sucks. Like, let's say you come back through and have to spend more time in that area. Well, you're kind of screwed because let's say you don't have enough ammunition. So now you don't have enough ammunition to properly clear out, and instead of there only say being 1 or 2 zombies, there's now 4 or 5 that you have to contend with. And you just kind of, so there's pros and cons to both strategies. I personally like to go through when I'm not speed running. I like to go through and just waste everything. So that way when I do have to inevitably backtrack, there's like next to no threat for me to have to contend with. It's just about strategy. It's about what works best for you. Some of you guys out there who watch this might be better at dodging these zombies and getting the hell out of their way without ever spending nearly as much ammo as I do. Me personally, I like to scorch earth everything and just destroy whatever stands in my way. I think that's what is fun about it. It's all down to player preference. It's all, what's the word, subjective to whoever likes playing the games. It's like when you see me playing these Resident Evil games, unless I'm specifically doing a stream, a speedrun stream, I will sit there and take the time, and unless it's absolutely out of my way that I don't have to worry about, I will destroy everything that's in my path.
Just great.
Now I'm going to take one of those boards I've picked up and board this window up, because when I come back through, again, I'm going to have to come back through here at least once or twice more. Every time you exit and enter the area, zombies respawn outside those windows if you don't board them up. So if I board it up now, when I come back through here, it'll be less of a challenge. I mean, I'll still have Mr. X chasing after me, but at least I won't have to worry about an overwhelming zombie presence. You're dead,
Son of a bitch.
Whip. I could be probably going through this a lot faster if I use the chain gun that's on the strap to my back, but I don't know. I think sometimes it's more rewarding to pop off a headshot with a pistol, even if it is unlimited ammo.
What the?
Oh shit, you came out of nowhere.
Jesus.
He didn't come out of nowhere. I knew he was going to pop up, but... Discard. Alright. Oh, do I want that flashbang? Yeah, it might come in handy. See, there was a zombie in this area earlier that it was easily avoidable,
Shit.
not having to waste any ammo. Not that I don't have unlimited ammo weapons. But because I avoided him instead of taking him on, I left him behind in this hall, and now I have to kill two of these fuckers instead of just the one I would have had to worry about. There we go. I will have to come through this area at least one more time, so it's good that I boarded all three of those windows up, because now the zombie menace should be brought to a standstill. In that area, at least. coming through here is going to be a liquor. These things are not easy to run from, so you're either going to be fighting them head on, or you're going to walk your ass slowly, because those lickers are blind, so they can't technically see you, but they have this weird kind of sonar, so it'll be easy for them. Like their hearing is oversensitive, so they will hear you coming from a mile away. So if you ever encounter a licker in this game, the best strat for that is to just walk like this slowly through the area. They won't be able to hear you. If for whatever reason you trigger their sense, make sure you try to have at least a knife or a flashbang on you as a defense weapon to distract them, and then you can either, you know, run in the opposite direction or give you more time to blow their asses to Kingdom Come. Flashbangs also, consequently, don't work on lickers. They don't have vision, so that doesn't affect them. That means the liquor's in the area. There we go. Now run through this real quick. Best way to avoid this liquor fight is to go straight at him, because usually as soon as he drops from the ceiling, he'll jump straight ahead at you. So if you're coming like straight at him, but kind of veer off to the right a little bit, he'll jump straight at you, and then you can just keep on going and avoid that fight entirely. Alright, we're just about to come up on the first boss battle of the game, Birkin G1. By this point in my previous stream, like as I was heading down into the final, or not the final, the first boss fight with Birkin G1, I was already an hour into the stream because I was just that unfamiliar with the scenario.
That's our way out.
The second scenario, because I just don't play that as often.
Marvin!
But we're 39 minutes into the stream, probably about 1 minute or so into the actual gameplay time, and I've already made it hospital close to the boss battle, first one. So it's just a testament to how like, I'm super familiar inside and out with every mechanic, every level layout, every weapon, every shred possibly be acquainted with for this particular first scenario for both Leon.
But I couldn't stop it.
There's really, there's really not much of a playstyle difference between the two characters. I mean, other than like Claire does not get a shotgun, but she gets a grenade launcher. You know, vice versa for Leon, who gets access to the shotgun. She does. And then in the second run scenario, there's like a mid-tier pistol that is unique to that playthrough. Leon's, it's on top of each other. Thankfully, that's not the case with Leon. He's got to deal with the Cerberus dogs, which, while they have lower HP than the liquor, they easily dodge your attacks better. So,
damn,
it's kind of the trade-off. If you can land the hit, they'll go down easy, but that's a big if. These things tend to bob and weave and avoid your attacks as much as possible, so it's hard to like line up a critical shot.
Get off of me!
Hey,
Who is that?
stay sharp. Lower it. FBI.
Sorry. Thank you.
I'd have to say Ada is my favorite secondary character
Surprised you made it this
in the entire Resident Evil franchise.
FBI, huh? What's going on here?
Sorry, that information's
After
classified.
how many?
Where
What
you
has it
going?
been, like 30 years now, almost, or whatever,
Do yourself a favor.
of her being included in
Stop asking
various
questions and
Resident
get the
Evil
hell out.
games? We know next to nothing about her personally, other than she's like a shadowy government operative who's sent there to monitor the progress of the T-virus. Yes, I'm.
Hey!
Not
I'm not
even.
done talking to
She
you.
has even less, or how do I put this? She has even more mystery shrouded around her character in this remake universe than she did in the original continuity. So I killed that zombie right there because in Leon's A scenario, like in Claire's B scenario, you got to solve the puzzle and then you got to get to the key to the parking garage. You have to go back to the police station. It's slightly different. In Leon's scenario,
Hey,
the path to the key.
real
How do I
human.
put this?
Hello, human.
After you fight,
Long enough.
after you get the
Are we
key
the
card
last ones alive?
to unlock the
No,
garage
no,
door,
there's a
in
few.
Claire's scenario,
That's good news.
Mr. X starts
Yeah.
giving you
That's
chase,
close iron section.
and then you run around until you
You
enter
need
this
to
back alley.
Is he
You
still
kill a
around?
couple zombies
Cares.
there, and then
Hopefully he's somebody's
just-
dinner by now.
you go through a couple flights of stairs, go through a little mini car junkyard, and then you end up at the children's orphanage to rescue Sherry, and then the game continues on as normal.
I was
In
about to blow
Leon's
the whistle,
scenario,
dirty
as you're
ass.
seeing right now unfold,
I'd have done the same thing to him.
he's talking to a reporter that got locked up by the chief of police, and Ada comes in, steps in, and says
I'll
that
make
this
a
man
deal.
was her contact,
Lock
and
this
that they
cell
need
and
to get
I'll
that
keep
parking
There's no other
permit
way out of that
key,
parking garage. Believe me.
and
Sorry.
get any information he
can't
might
do that.
have. So then you have
I have to
to
talk
you
to
have
the
to go
chief.
back to the police station and get a couple more things.
We're both
It
prisoners in this
plays
station.
out like the actual
Play
quest
nice.
itself plays
Help
out
each other out.
kind of differently from the way Claire's does.
What's coming? What? What's coming?
So the presentation
Don't be an
and
asshole.
the graphics
Hey,
and
you need
whatnot
this.
but are the
Just get me
same.
the fuck out of here!
But the content of the playthrough and the actual strat and such need
Oh my god.
and those footsteps will never haunt your nightmares
Who is
because
that?
that's all you're going to be hearing from this
It's
point
just me.
forward.
So you can put that thing away.
I don't even know what happened. It just happened so quick.
I told you to get out of here. You wouldn't want to end up like Ben, would you?
You knew him?
He was an informant. Had information of use to my investigation.
So what he said was true? Hey, you can't keep walking away from me. I don't even know your name. I'm Leon Kennedy.
Find a way out, Leon. Before it's too late. Then we'll talk. Name's Ada.
Well, I guess the deal's on.
So now I got to go back through the police station, find the electronic parts that go in that box, open it up, get the key card, come back, and once I come back after I get the key card, all these jail cells start opening up and all the zombies start pouring out. So it's next to impossible to go. So then what you do is you come through here, you hit this button, this gate will open, and it'll go around the side cells. But then the problem there is Mr. So you can either go through this hall with all these zombies, the possibility of Mr. X waiting for you, or you can go to that one hall off to the left, avoid all the zombies, and still have to fight him head on. Lost track of where I was going, holy fuck. There we go. Sorry guys, I got lost there for a second. Alright, so in this scenario, I just gotta kill these doggies in these cages. Now, in Claire's scenario, you need to go through this door here to grab the diamond key to take back up to the police station. You need that diamond key to operate the elevator. Here, you don't. Like, I've been playing this game so long, and I don't know why it didn't occur to me until just recently, but as Leon, you can skip through that whole scenario. If you go in this door back there, there's 2 zombies waiting for you. As soon as you open, they'll pop up and start stalking you. Whereas, if you avoid that room altogether, they don't even know that you're out there. And granted, you don't get that key, and that key in Leon is essential to getting the shotgun. But in terms of completing the game, it's not necessary. So now those dogs are going to start rushing me. It's so satisfying. Unfortunately, with the Cerberus dogs, their limbs don't blow apart like the normal zombies, so it's just the hit detection and the graphical overlay of the bullet hole-ridden body that you just turned into Swiss cheese is awesome. Just not as cool, I guess. I don't know. Turn the light on. Let's see, what do I have? I have plenty of room. Combine you there. I'm good. Need that. Grab this fuse. There's gonna be about 4 or 5 zombies around the corner there, so make it quick work of them. Oh shit! That's what I get for. Oh damn! think that killed me, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. I got overly confident with that damn chain gun. Gotta pay better attention. Alright. And we're back. I want to use the rocket launcher unless absolutely necessary. Like, I want to at least try to save that until I get to the plant dudes later in the game. Pistol gets a little underpowered at this point, so what I think I'll do is I'll actually grab the submachine gun. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's get you out. You in here. Take you. Put you here, actually. Let's grab this blue plant, combine it with this. I think that's everything. Let's get the fuck out of here. Just lure them this way.
Son of a bitch.
Grab the damn fuse. Son of a bitch. Could have sworn I grabbed that. Easy to get turned around in this game depending on the TV you're playing on. Colors get so washed out and dark. A little under an hour into this game, and we're already close to hitting our first encounter with Mr. X. Ooh, that was almost very close.
Just...
Fuck. Whew, man. I mean, Leon's a big guy, but he's not that heavy. Claire climbs down that same ladder and nothing happens.
Damn it.
I always forget about these two herbs. So, we can discard that. Boom. Dunsky.